Okay, so we talked about it earlier, and we're gonna get on the phone. I wish he was gonna be in studio with us, but he's not able to because he's fixing to go play in the Big East Championship tournament up in New York. So, but we're gonna have our can you say homeboy? But I mean hometown. I don't mean to call him homeboy, but hometown Wichita Falls kid, Marcus Foster. He's going to interview with us today, and actually right now. So. You ready for this, Andrew?
I'm ready.
All right, good. Hey, Marcus.
Hey, how you doing?
What's going on, man? You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm doing real good right now.
Yeah. Hey, I appreciate you taking the time to visit with us. I know it's going to be a busy week for you. Well, heck, it's been a busy probably last month for you. Things are just going off the charts, and I'm happy for you. I'm happy for your family, and so we're glad you're here and you made time, and we're going to talk about all kinds of things. We're going to talk about Marcus Foster on the court. We're going to talk about Marcus Foster off the court, and we're going to talk about whatever Marcus wants to talk about. So, are you ready, Marcus?
Sounds good.
Good.
I'm ready.
Good. So, hey, the number one thing. We've got some exciting things going. I mean, you got, Big East Championship, all these things you're doing on the court. But the number one thing I want to hear about is tell me about Jasmine.
Oh yeah, Jasmine. She's getting big now. She's 5 months. She's getting more active. She just loves to smile all the time. She wakes up and just smiles. And my mom always gets mad. She says we have the perfect baby because she'll sleep at 12 at night and then won't wake up till 9. So we have a blessed situation over here. We're just happy that we have her.
Well, that's great. Yeah. So if you don't know, Marcus has a baby girl.
How old is she?
5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
Okay.
So you got something in common with Andrew. Andrew just had a baby boy.
Yep, I did.
Not too long ago. So I'm going to tell you, like I told him, it gets better every day. You have the love for the baby now, and I know there's nothing that can beat that. But I'm telling you, you'll fall in love more and more every day. So as they get older, and especially the first time you hear them say "Dad, Dad."
We're getting closer.
Oh yeah, I can't wait for that.
Mm-hmm. Well, good. So we're happy. I wanted to always know that's the very first thing and the most important thing. Basketball is great right now, but I know that baby is really important to you. So I wanted to say congratulations and good luck with that. But she's sleeping at night, huh?
Yeah, she's sleeping through the night.
Yeah, that's
now.
good.
Has she started teething?
Oh yeah, she's teething bad
Okay,
right now.
okay. Because as soon as mine started teething, the sleeping stopped.
Yeah. Well, good. So, you've got all kinds of things going on. Like I mentioned, the Big East tournaments coming up, and then we got March Madness coming up. So, I want to say something though. You remember when you were here in studio with us and we did an interview, and I think, I don't know, you probably said it, or I might have said it while you was in here, but when you walked out, I know I said it. I looked at Andrew and I said, NCAA has something coming for them. I mean, I knew the way you were working. I knew sitting out that 1 year really got you motivated, and I could see it. Your size, your strength, you really bulked up, and I told them that you're gonna have the next 2 years gonna be great, and they certainly have. But talk to me about your leadership. Talk to me. I guess what kind of leader was you at K-State, and what kind of leader are you now here at Creighton?
Yeah, K-State, I was more of the quiet leader. I just did everything and, just led by example. And, I was more of a little bit more of a follower at K-State. I just kind of did what other people did. But, this season at Creighton has taught me a lot about myself just because, I'm dealing with, a lot of guys that are young, freshmen, sophomore, 18, 19-year-old, me being 22. There's a little age difference. So, I'm figuring out new ways I can just help my teammates out and, with different stuff. Because, they go through different things that I'm going through in my life right now. So, I just always try to be there for them. But, what I learned coming in is, these guys are like my brothers, and we treat each other like brothers, and it just makes everything better.
Yeah, it's something. That's great. And you can see that too. I mean, it's one thing when you're Marcus Foster, the scorer, but you see how they go to you in the go-to times when they really need you. They go to you, and I see you being a leader too, as far as you're not always shooting, you're not always driving to the basket. You're making some great passes and playing great defense and making it happen all the way around. And I think that's something special. So
Yes.
another thing I saw. Tell me about your workouts. Your workouts. You've been going nuts when I see you on some of the Twitter videos that you post. That some of the workouts y'all have had this summer and then right now.
Yeah, so our off season lasts 6 months from the time from summer session until the season starts. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to break up my off season to 3 month spans and work on different things. So, the first 3 months I spent a lot of time working on my ball handling, and I was staying with my girlfriend in Kansas City, and I found this guy named Marcus Walker who he played overseas, and he had to quit because he had an enlarged heart, but now he trains kids, and I got a chance to meet with him and connect with him, and we connected like the first day, and he just has the same mindset as me. We get in, we work hard, and then after, we just sit back and chill and talk. It was kind of more like a friendship thing than a trainer thing, and that was a blessing to meet him, because I don't think I'd be the same player that I am this year without training with him all summer. And then the next 3 months, I decided I wanted to be in the best shape of my life. I mean, if you look now, I'm playing over 30 minutes a game. I think the last 4 games I've played 35 minutes a game. So, I wanted to be in the best shape of my life. So I was running over a mile a day. Every time after I'm working out, I'm getting some conditioning in. So I'm working on my shot. I want to get my shot even better, and now I'm shooting over 40%. So,
Yeah.
I just put in a little extra more time this off season so I could, be at my best like I have been all season.
Yeah, so one thing I noticed, of course, you cut weight. You certainly did that, but you've bulked up. You've got muscle. I mean, you got all kinds of muscle all over you. So, do you during the season? Do you lift weights during the season? What keeps those biceps like they are and them shoulders like they are?
Yeah, I lift. What I do, I usually hit the weights heavy in the off season, and I kind of bulk up, and then once the season starts, I start, kind of trimming my body, getting it ready for the season. And we lift probably once or twice a week, sometimes depending on our road schedule. So, those are little light lifts, but the best thing I do to try to keep, my body looking good is eat right. Usually I always lift and, look good. But this year I really changed by eating right. And that's allowed me to keep my body even better and keep me in even more shape this year.
Yeah, yeah, Andrew, it's that simple. All we got to do is eat right.
Yeah.
We're going to start eating right, and we'll be all right. So, well, yeah, and and that gives you. You talked about your cardio, and I think that the results are those winning shots that you have at the end of the game. I mean, we talk about your leadership, and then you're the go-to guy. Well, I mean, when Creighton's down by 2, 3, 4, they're going to Marcus, and he'll make those shots. He's made four in his career winning shots, and they're something else. So that's real neat, and that has something to do with this your cardio at the end of the game, being able to be in there and make it happen, right?
Yeah, that definitely does. That's something you kind of work on, with my conditioning, being able to shoot at the end of the game. So you try to simulate that in workouts just by, getting up and down and running before you get some shots up, because, your legs are more tired at the end of the game than they are at the beginning.
Yeah. Now in your career, and I know a player like you have always been the one that wanted the ball at the end, but was there ever a time where you was early on in your career, maybe at K-State, maybe when you was a freshman? I mean, how bad do you want that ball now at Creighton at the end of the game? How confident are you that you're going to score those 2 points?
Yeah, when I was younger, I didn't have the confidence like I do now, and with that's carried into me wanting the ball at the end of the games. Having that responsibility, and also being able to handle that responsibility of having the ball at the end of the game. Because, last game I had a chance to tie the game, and I missed the shot. And so now I have to be able to want to carry that burden on. I had a chance for us to, go to overtime, but we lost. But other chances, I do have the time where I can, get some shots going and give us a lead, or like I did a couple weeks ago, I hit a game winner. So, that's what I like about it. You never know what's going to happen, so it's exciting.
Yeah, I've been watching them. I've been watching all those games, and they air them quite often here in Wichita Falls. So that's neat. We get to watch you and follow you, and that's a neat deal. And you have been the go-to guy, and we love that for you, and we're proud of you. So another thing that we're proud of you for, you have the baby Jasmine, and then something else is coming up in May that you never thought was going to happen. What you going to be graduating?
Yes, I'll be graduating with my degree in sociology of criminal justice.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I saw the little clip on senior night, and people got a kick out of it when you said, you never thought it would happen, and or something. You said something about the degree, and everyone got a kick out of it and started laughing. You remember that?
Yeah, I said, I never thought I would say this, but I got a good education out of Creighton.
Yeah. That's not what you meant, but that's what you meant, isn't it?
Yeah, it's just you always expect to come to school just to play your sport. And, when I came to Creighton, I actually had to apply myself in school and not just be a basketball player. I really had to be a student athlete. So, that's something I never expect coming in. But, I'm happy I was able to have this experience because, the education here is amazing. It challenges you. I'm in the process now of writing a 20-page paper. So in order for me to complete my last credit to be able to graduate. So, that's what I love about this place is they don't make you just sit back. They make you get out there and do stuff.
Good. That's great. That's wonderful because, we know you're going to be at the next level, but the next level doesn't last forever. So when it's all said and done, you have something to turn back to. And not only that, I mean, just something that you accomplished for you, for your mother, for your family. So tell me real quick, let's talk about that night, senior night. What'd that mean to you to have your mom and your dad right there behind you or beside you?
Yeah, it meant a lot to me just because as a family, we've been through so much and the ups and downs, and through that, just to have that moment as a family was just amazing for us. And, I'm always appreciative of my mom, of everything she always done for me, especially when it came to basketball. She made sure I'm always at AAU practices, AAU tournaments, shoes I needed for games she made sure I had. So, I'm just appreciative of my family because, they've been there through me. Even the times at K-State that weren't good, they were there for me. And now we can sit back and look at it and say we overcome it.
Yeah, that's great. I saw where your mom talked to Coach Mack and said that she wants her son back. I think when you were trying to decide if you were going to Creighton or if they were going to have you up there or what, some point in time that your mother said she wants her son back. What'd she mean by that?
Just at the time, I wasn't the son that she raised me to be. I was on a different path than I should have been. And, having Coach Mack, that person that I've always respected and somebody I've always wanted to play for, she knew that. So to have somebody like that to be able to come in my life and help me, it just meant so much for me to make sure I get back on track.
Yeah, that's good. That's wonderful. It's a neat deal. And I was happy to hear, and you've always done it. It's always makes me real proud to be where we're at right now, and then that you've always remembered where you came from. So you gave us a shout out. You said your mom was she would rebound 500 baskets, and if the weather was bad, where did y'all go to?
We always went to the YMCA.
That's
right. Downtown one too.
All right. Well, that's great. And you're still coming back here. You still come back when you're in town. Mm-hmm. That's great. That's hopefully there's gonna be other Marcus Foster's shooting baskets in there, and I think there is and there will be, and not that we're always going to be a place, or that's where we think every kiddo that's shooting baskets is going to end up where Marcus Foster is right now, but certainly that's a good start.
Well, we want them to be.
We want them to be. Well, and I think, and I'm going to skip ahead real quick, and I'm going to say this because we just got a few minutes. We don't want to keep you much longer. I do want to say this. It's about the coach. You know, I know you love Coach Mack and what he's done for you over the last few years, and where he's been there for you. But you know, if you're not a Marcus Foster and you make it to the next level, you're still playing YMCA ball as a youth. You know, here in our gyms, and how important are the coaches at this age level to the kids, and not necessarily for the skill that they're teaching them, but as the mentor that you bet.
Yeah, that's very important. Just because I know I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if I didn't have the certain coaches I've had in my life. Because you know, I've had good coaches and I've had bad coaches, and so you know, if I would have stuck with some of those bad coaches, I don't think I would have been able to be where I'm at. Just because there's more to the game than teaching. Mm-hmm. You know, anybody can look up something and try to teach the player that, but it's those situations that you get in where they help you out of it, that you learn from. That's going to be able to help your career.
You bet. On and off the court. So
yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to touch on something. I saw an interview, and I thought for a second, well, heck, he didn't mention my name. Well, and I'm talking about, you asked the question about if you were to play horse with, if it was between Marcus Foster, Kyle Culver, and Doug McDermott, who would win? And who'd you say? Who'd you give that to?
I said Kyle Corver will win.
Yeah, Kyle Corver. You know, and I was sitting here thinking, have you been beat at horse?
Huh?
Have you ever been beat at horse? And don't forget, I got a video. I got a video of this now, so make sure you answer the question right.
I have once. It was once. It was luck, though.
Yeah.
I agree. It was luck.
Yeah, it was luck. It was luck, and I'm certainly not the shooter, but I had a good time. And so, one other thing, and we're going to get out of here, and we're going to, let you say anything that you have left. But I also noticed, and I don't know if this was tweeted out before or after you did it, or if it was just something someone found, but there was a tweet that said, "For old time's sake, give us an air guitar after one of the threes." And then I saw you do that. I mean, was that planned? Did you plan to do that, or are you familiar with what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I remember that. It was a family that came into to our practice before, and they were just talking to me. They were just saying how they love how, I celebrate and how I get the crowd going. And so this last season, I used to always do the air guitar 3, and I haven't done it this season. So, the family was like, "Can you just please do it for me one time?" And so I was like, "Yeah, I'll make sure I do it."
That's great. That's great. That tells you. I mean, that's cool. And hey, that's another thing that everyone loves about you, and because you're very humble. And matter of fact, he's got some tattoo that says "hungry and humble." So he's a very humble guy, and but he does celebrate, but it's not in a flashy way. It's in a energy way. It's just who he is, and that's the drive that he has, and so he does celebrate, and that's what's fun. Yeah. So here's the deal. This is my request or challenge or it's going to take 4 shots to get this accomplished. It's going to take 4 made threes to get this accomplished.
Yeah.
And you know what I'm going to ask. I'm going to see if you can do the YMCA. So here's the deal. You can do it nonchalantly, and I want to see if you can pull it off. And it doesn't have to be the YMCA all at once. Maybe one shot you can jump up, you can throw your hands up, and that'll be the Y. And then the next shot, maybe you make it. You can do a little like a low M when you're running down the court. Put an M with your hands, and then a C with your hand. And then when you do that last A, so you're gonna have to make the 4 threes, and then that last one, it can be an A. So it might take you 2 or 3 games to get it done. I know hopefully it just takes you 1 game, but I'm gonna be watching, and I'm gonna have everybody from Wichita Falls watch too.
All right, I'll make sure I do
that. Hey, if it's a close game, don't mess around with it though. I want you to win that ball game.
Yeah, I'll make sure to get it the next game then.
Yeah. All right, brother. Well, it's going to take 4 shots, and hopefully you get it. Hey, good luck this weekend. We're all going to be watching you. We're extremely proud of you. We're happy to be able to call you a Wichita Falls kid, and not only a Wichita Falls kid, but a YMCA kid. There's a lot of folks here that are watching you. The kids are watching you. My son Brooks even got him a little Creighton jersey that has 0 on it, with your last name on the back. So it's cool. So we appreciate you. We appreciate your family. Your mom, your dad, everyone is so sweet and have been to us here at the Y. And just good luck to you. And I know you're going to get it done. You're a madman out there on that court, and all your hard work is showing on and off the court. So good luck, and we wish you come home with a championship.
Thank you so much.
All right. Thank you. Be good, Marcus.
All right.
All right, bye-bye.